For a challenge, I wanted to build an empire in Starsector, but after settling my first planets, the Luddites decided that burning it all down seemed like the best course of action, so Captain Steve had to stretch his muscles and put them in their place. Alas, he cannot rest on the laurels now and have to continue exploring the depths of the sector to get an edge over everyone out there with a knife in their hand, aiming to destroy his fledgling empire. And like we didn't spend like 800,000 credits in the last month, I dropped 150k on a variable assembler on Trinakia as well. But not to worry, we're gonna make our money back, but first we're gonna go over here to Beta Shadim system because apparently we had an AI on a ship that wants to go there. I mean, what could possibly go wrong, right? Also, there is something really going wrong in my system. Are you kidding me? Starlight Cabal's got 8 ES fleet over here? That's insane. All my ships are just having fun with one of their wolves. And I'm gonna have fun with their Medusa. Now they gonna have a lot of fighter support, but if we can isolate some of their EOCs, we'll be able to destroy them real quick. Just gotta avoid all those Reapers now. And I'm coming for you, EOCs. Like, this is definitely gonna hurt my ship, but if I can make this correct, it's gonna hurt their ship a lot more. They made a mistake of coming here one by one. Piecemeal, you can have as many fighters as you want, but you're not gonna survive against my Daka. If I can recover 1 or 2 of their EOSs from these battles, that would be insane value. Because as for cruisers, these are one of the best carriers out there that you can get, especially when they are Starlight Cabal, because that makes them even better. Of course, not strong enough to stand against me. I see there's still 2 of theirs on the map. At this point, I think they're also trying to flee, which is not gonna go well for them. All I have to do is be very careful that I do not overextend and lose any of my other ships. But no, we just lost 1, that's all there is. And I can get 5 of their EOSs for free. We're gonna take them all, and we're gonna mothball them right now. We're not gonna repair them right now. We don't have the money for it or anything. Oh, I see there's some hegemony investigators over here hunting these pirates that are hunting me right now. Thank you, hegemony. It's good to have some friendlies around, right? All of these go into storage now, and I will refeed them when I have the chance. I actually decided to store 2 of my destroyer carriers, and I have fitted another EOS here. The one with the least D-mods, I put some Diable Avionics Advancers on it, and 2 Cobra Bombers, plus some just random stuff we had over here. I see Inastatia finished building the spaceport and now started working on mining, and it's actually the only place that is making us some money right now. It does have the lowest hazard rating though, so that's good. I see there's a Diable Avionics commerce fleet here. We are hostile. I'm gonna take a look at what they've got. That is pretty scary, but this ship, I feel like we can take it if I just pressure a bit more. Okay, now I have to stop pressuring. That's a lot of missiles coming toward me. But then we go once again, and we're gonna take this one down if nothing else. I feel like this one should be my next target. I also think I need to pull back for a bit, and I guess then we go back for this one. This one's got some scary Lancers over here, but if I can get past its defenses, it's about to go down. They still have 3 cruisers left alive, and this ship is almost done. If I can pressure it just a little bit more, it's gonna go down like this, and then I'll be free to deal with their little destroyers who thought that they can take me. Victory is ours now. This little thing stand no chance. I'll of course have to take my little star back, and picking through wreckage got us a lot of metals. I think that was quite a worthy raid. Ah, this is where we had to go. Well, the AI defenses are slightly too big for me right now. I am not fighting a Radiant and a bunch of these bad boys. I think we're gonna come back for this later. Oh, I have just found a 14th battle group Hammerhead floating in the space. It's got 4 D-mods, but now we do have the skill that slowly over time repairs D-mods for us, so I'm gonna take it. Now we're going into this system right here because we have a quest to survey a world. But first we're gonna survey this world. It's got ruins. Oh, and this is great. We got soil nanites which we can install into farming. That's something I'm gonna try to set up eventually on our dust world when we try to make it a bit more Terran. There we go. This is the last one we had to survey. We get the 40k bonus, and there's more ruins here. And the ruins gave us a midline blueprint pack. package plus some more, ooh, exploration package. That's great. This one creates supplies and fuel. Oh, that is so useful. Now, exploring, I also found a location of a derelict ship, which is supposedly in a Saval system, and it's to be at least cruiser size. So we're definitely gonna go check that out. It's a Vindicator. It's got 3D mods though, but we can grab it and put it into the ship storage. Mining has been completed at Industrializing now. Hey, we're making some more positive monies over here, although there are some missing supplies here. Clearly, people want more drugs to make them happier. Oh, and Ithaca finished refining, so now we're actually making some real money here at our capital. Money that we sorely need. Now, at our variable assembler at Ithaca, I'm gonna change this, and we're gonna install the exploration package. So every month, we're gonna get some extra supplies and some extra fuel into our storage, so we're gonna be able to grab that whenever we need it. And now that our colonies are finally in the positives, I can go further down south. Am I being pursued by pirates? You don't seem to be looking in too good of a condition. And now, you're just gonna die. And if you think you can survive against my fleet, you're so very wrong. So very wrong. I don't know if these pirates think that I'm gonna be afraid of a mule they send against me, or the Venture that is basically venting right in front of my face. Doesn't really matter to me. In the end, they are all gonna perish. I'm quite happy that I found this fleet. Destroying these guys should improve stability on my colonies. And I get some free supplies out of that. There you go, colony crisis goes down. And I can continue exploring. Okay, that is dangerous. Maybe I shouldn't be exploring here. I think we're gonna disengage from these guys. I kind of failed to notice there's a high warning beacon in here. Oh god, I don't think we're surveying that world. Well, maybe we are if we just destroyed a couple of these drone ships. If I could manage to isolate one of their ships and destroy it, then we could be talking about victory here. This is what we were waiting for. Just don't overload. Alright, it went boom. Now the battle has joined for real, and we are going for them, and they're gonna get encircled. Okay, that's two of their biggest ships down, but they're not gonna give it up, and well, to be honest, we are not giving up either. As long as none of my ships kill themselves, we're gonna be just fine. This is their last ship. Oh, that gave us a beta core. I would gladly take that. These guys just do not give up, huh? We're not gonna be surviving this. We have to leave. Oh, and our monthly income has gone up quite nicely now. And to increase that even more, since Steve did level up, I am gonna go with industrial planning so we can get some more supply from industries and we get some more value out of custom ship and weapon production per month, which we haven't really built yet, but we will in the future. We cannot possibly fight these guys, but we can continue exploring. And exploring ruins. Oh, that's another high warning beacon over there. But this ship told us about an orbital laboratory. It's kind of on the other side of the sector right now. We can definitely check that one out later. Oh, look at that. We are making 100k per month now. So I return back home to grab the fuel and supplies Ithaca produced for us. And I'm gonna assign my extra beta core into refining over here for a couple more credits per month. In the variable assembler on Thrinakia, I am gonna install the supply ship that we got. And that actually makes all three of them finally profitable. And in 2 months, when Thrinakia grows to the next level, I am gonna be building refining here as well, I think. Actually, I should build heavy industry over here because, well, we can do that. The question is, were we gonna have enough money by that point? The answer is no, unless I go smack some nice bounties. And since the bounties are pretty tough around here, we're gonna go check out this orbital laboratory that we learned about. There's also a mission to analyze a mining station nearby that we can accomplish. Okay, there's also a warning beacon here, but it's a low one, which to be honest is always good. Holy shit, there's a 14 Legion battlecruiser here. Yes, we're gonna have to use a story point for it. And yes, it's got 4D mods, but this is definitely worth it. This is a brick and also a carrier. It actually can be very, very fun to fly as well. So I'm very happy we found it. Also, we found widespread ruins, which got us advanced avionic mod spec from Diablo Avionics. Oh, and I have found my mining station, got my 40k, and another administrator. Plus, we got a plasma dynamo that we can install into mining on a gas giant, and it's gonna increase our volatiles production rate by 3, which is definitely something we can do because we do have a solid gas giant in our our system. But first, we're gonna explore these extensive ruins, where we have actually found another plasma dynamo, plus some other useful stuff. Now let's see if we can find that orbital laboratory in this system. Found it! Oh, that was easy. And that allows us to download a blueprint over here. I'm gonna go with incursion, and we're of course gonna take this salvage. Found some more ruins while surveying this barren world, but nothing that useful in the ruins. More ruins, widespread this time around, which allows me to grab another blueprint. I'm gonna take this Legio Infernalis cruiser, and that gave us an Eradicator core, which is worth 500,000 and allows permanent removal of planets' radioactivity. I don't remember if any of our planets are radioactive, but definitely a useful thing. Also, Trinakia has now grown to level 4, which means it's time to spend all of our money and slap some heavy industry on it. That leaves me with 1,007 credits in the bank. Now we return to the core worlds. We spotted some Tritax fighting Diable, and apparently Roiders are now allied with Tritax. So I'm gonna see if I can join in on the battle. Apparently I can only deploy 2 ships, so this is not gonna be very helpful of me. But I'm gonna try to do my very best for my Tritac friends. I'm sure they're gonna totally appreciate my help, right? As long as I don't get to kill myself. Let's be real though, I am feeling kinda lonely being pressuring these ships over here, especially with their ability to just jump away. Oh, but sometimes they jump in, and that's where I prosper. Oh, bastard jumped away again. Well, but that kind of isolated their destroyer carriers, and those definitely cannot stand against me. Good thing for me though, this ship didn't try to flee yet. To be honest, I thought it might try actually doing that, but no, it's here and it's ready to finally die. Oh my god, it's ready to die now, which only really leaves this ship alive. And clearly that is not a ship I can take on my own. Or can I? And I can actually recover this Riptide. It does have some D-mods, but it still has integrated targeting unit built in already. That was a good battle. Oh, I see pirates are now trying to raid my home. Good thing is that home is where I'm going right now, so I can protect. There's also a Legio trade convoy that decided to attack me for some reason. Okay, I don't think this is gonna end well for them, but I guess, you know, they do whatever they want to do, like send kites against me. I'm not sure if this tactics is gonna be successful for them, but you can't say that they are not brave. Brave, but stupid. For in the end, no matter how brave you are, you will die just as well. Especially if I can isolate them away from their friends. Or maybe isolate myself in the middle of their fleet, but that's fine. I always have support. And a little bitty damage never hurt nobody, right? Just like that, their peaceful trade convoy that attacked us is gone. And I guess I will take all their stuff they were transporting and sell it all on the black market. Also refitted this ship that we just grabbed. I kept the Glotas linear rifles on it and put some Ibises in the back and front for point defense. It's got some Rexon 5s for anti-shield and some Nocturnes for anti-shield, and then the micro missiles, and of course it's got some Panzers for support. And because of that, I put the Rockmate into storage. I do need to refit my Legio. I outfitted it as much as I could, but we're not gonna take it with us for now. It is unfortunately just too much of a brick to carry it for what we need right now. But I definitely want this one with us, so it slowly repairs its D-mods. I'm also gonna visit Inner Statia, and since I did build a variable assembler over there as well, I'm gonna install the supply chip in here. And I'm gonna drop my extra gamma core into the mining operations here. And then we go visit Trinakia, where I'm also gonna assign this gamma core into the mining operations. I think I'm also gonna upgrade Inner Statia with an orbital station because it's gonna need to protect itself. And then we're gonna go on a long adventure. Way out there is a terraforming rig that we could grab, but as you can see, the path is long and hard. Good for us, there is no warning beacon here. Also good for us, there is a lot of stuff around here. There's an orbital habitat that gave us a high-tech blueprint package, and there's an orbital pet center that had a couple of little pets, and we can assign one of those pets to my own ship. I named it Steve, and it's a terraforming drone. It's well fed and happy. Also found more ruins on one of these planets and a mining station that had another beautiful thing. Synchrotron core. We can install this into fuel production and that's gonna make us a ton of fuel. As you can see, increases fuel production output by 3 units. We also have catalytic core that we can install into refining to increase refining production by 3 units, and we do have refining built. Alas, this one has to be on a station or has no atmosphere, so this is probably gonna go on our station. Found more widespread ruins out here with a lot of food and organics. And then finally, there is our terraforming rig. It's got the drone battleship protecting it, so we're gonna go and smack that up. What could possibly go wrong, right? Well, besides me overloading instantly, yeah, not much. But it's the Guardian's turn to overload next. And if I have to be the target that it's gonna focus on, that's fine, because the rest of my ships are gonna take it down right about now. Anyway, we found Tectonic Attenuator in here, which allows us to remove tectonic activity from the planet, which I believe our volcanic planet has. That is great. That pirate raid is getting closer to our colony, so we're gonna have to move back home real fast. Oh, there it is. They're gonna have 2 fleets and they're gonna arrive in 29 days. I almost broke my ships to get back here on time. And now we're ready to fight the pirates. And I think we have found the first casualty of this war. Oh yes, more than the first one. I love it when they send Shrikes up front. Shrikes like to die. And to be honest, everything that they can throw at me is pretty soon gonna be dead. Really, there's gonna be no mercy for those who think that they can attack my systems and destroy my colonies. That right there is what counts as their battleship. In hindsight, I really did not need to deploy all the ships, but there's still one more fleet over here. I'll make sure that this fleet does not survive for long either. Although I do see that they are trying to push some of my ships back. Good effort, pirates. But that's your last effort now. Actually, never mind. They still have a single mule here. Wait, no, they do not. The raiding forces have been defeated. Well, next crisis is gonna be soon, and it's gonna be bigger. But just seeing a mercantile convoy from my faction, yeah, you love to see it. Now, I need to go sell all the extra stuff that I have on me, which is gonna make us 280,000. And since now the heavy industry at Trinakia has been finally completed, we're gonna go and we're gonna install our pristine nanoforge in here. And I'm also gonna assign an alpha core. And that instantly brought us from minus 17,000 to plus 10,000 credits a month on this planet. And since we're now making a lot of money, I'm gonna instantly spend a lot of money. We're gonna go and we're gonna build Tectonic engine over here. It's gonna cost us 500,000, but once it's built, we can install this Tectonic Attenuator into it, and that's gonna remove tectonic activity hazards, so it's gonna be more accessible, this colony. Also, Interstatia just grown to level 4, and it completed its orbital station. And since it's level 2 now, we can build refining over here, because we did find that cool thing that we can install into it. And I have just enough money to do so. Now we can once again go on an adventure. And we're going far. We have a surveying gas giant up here, and we're gonna check the derelict ship up there. There's our gas giant. There's also a domain era probe in here we're gonna check. We do have to destroy their defenses first, and that's why I brought my hammer friend with me. Exactly for encounters like these. Because these drones, they die easily. Oh, we got some relic components. That's nice. We can definitely sell that. So next we go to this derelict ship, and I know that in our moon there's also a research station somewhere in the nebula, because quite some time ago the Tritag boys wanted me to go search for that, but I didn't. I did write it down though, so now we're gonna try to find it. First of all, we're gonna survey this gas giant that's got widespread ruins, and unfortunately it didn't hold anything that interesting. I also found a supply cache, a weapons cache, with a level 5 lieutenant, okay. And there's my research station. Definitely taking the omen hull for that. I do love omens, but looks like we have more blueprints here. There's a twin hexafire scatter cannon blueprint. We got bombard class destroyer, and we got a rockroach heavy frigate. We also have a dealmaker holosuit, which we can install in commerce to increase the income by 25%, and also a bunch of hull mods. And searching for more, we found an onslaught battleship blueprint, so now we can print our own onslaughts. That's actually pretty amazing. There's another equipment cache here, which had intervention class railgun destroyer blueprint. Definitely showing that this place was worth it. This windswept world also has ruins on it, and they're widespread as well, but nothing that special here, unfortunately. In any case, there's the ship that we were supposed to analyze. The Spadon only has 1D mod, so I'm actually gonna grab it. And that's gonna increase how much fuel we can carry with us. We also got another commander, and yet another commander, which tells me I should probably start dismissing my reckless officers and keeping the steady ones. I'm so sorry, Helen, but you are the weakest link. Let us not even ask ourselves, where did she go after we dismissed her? Some questions are better left unanswered. Now, since we are already up here, I am also gonna check some of these other systems. And if they turn out to be just empty, well, so be it. Well, not completely empty, we got another lieutenant. And they are all steady, huh? Which means that, Bullock, you are the weakest link. I am actually saving 2 extra officers because I know that eventually I'll be able to get the talent point to allow me to have more officers. Also, I see I'll have to return back home soon because the Tritech are now deciding to raid and disrupt my industrial base. So after I'm done here, I'll go home. Just need to kill a couple of old drones first, and once those are gone, I can get a beta and a gamma core. That's pretty nice. I am orbiting around a black hole, and apparently since I just got XP from governing colonies, I can level up, which brings me 1 skill closer to getting that officer management I was talking about. Now let's go convince the Tritech boys that we are actually friends. Although I guess I'm gonna have to convince these pirates first. I do love a good pirate scrap, especially if they send strikes against me. And whatever this thing is, these pirates made one colossal mistake. They let me behind their back. Well, actually, maybe I made a mistake because I just overloaded myself trying to kill that barge. Never mind, I'll try to do it again, don't worry about it. There you go, just needed to kill that. Well, that was a lot of wreckage, worth it totally. And in the end, it was a decent trip. The Tectonic engine has been built on Trinakia, which means we should now be able to install the Terraforming core over here. And in a year, when this Terraforming is going to be done, we should be rid of Tectonic activity. As you can see, it's already slightly reducing the hazard rating. And since it's got 18,000 monthly upkeep, I'm gonna install my beta core in here, which is gonna bring it down to 13k. Now in Industrializing, since we did complete refining some time ago, I'm also gonna install the catalytic core, which is gonna increase the production by 3 units, which gives us a huge boost of how much money this place is making per month. And since all my colonies are nicely and happily making money now, I'm gonna use our ship production capabilities, and I'm gonna produce a capital ship for myself. Since we don't have that many options, I'm gonna go with Incursion. It's gonna cost us more than $500,000 to make, and so it's gonna take 2 months roughly. Now, before the Tritech boys show up, I'm gonna quickly go kill this pirate base that's nearby. First, we're gonna have to deal with their little boys. Then we're gonna go and we're gonna say hello to their bigger boys. I'm probably gonna overload myself like this, but let's be real, they are also probably gonna overload themselves. And boom. It would be amiss if I did not kill the Shrike they sent against me, or this little shark that is right here. That was easy 120k. I also noticed that besides the Tritech causing issues, we have a Logic Path cell active on Trinakia, and this station is supporting them. We cannot possibly have that, so naturally I had to take matters into my own hands and blow shit up. Although these guys do have a support fleet, but we should be fine. Their support fleet cannot survive us anyway. Also, once the station goes, what's stopping us from destroying everything? Also, I did see that my hammerhead has overloaded. I was not aware that I actually sent my hammerhead into this. Definitely not the ship that I wanted to even send into the battle, but thankfully did manage to escape. So that is an extra bounty, plus it removed like 70 from the crisis here, so Tritech are gonna wait for a bit longer. In this system, there's also an automated shipyard right next to the sun, and Tritech boys being late gives me some extra time. Time to go quickly survey this frozen world, and time to go kill some more pirates. Because the pirates made a mistake and they built a space station right here, and of course, we cannot have that. What we also can't have is this guy in my ass. That was actually really rude, and he died for it, which means I can have my revenge on the station now and help out where I am truly and really needed. That is gonna be the end of this station. And that is gonna be another 140k for us. Ah, there it is. You're sending 7 fleets against me? That is a lot. And since Ithaca just grew to level 5, meaning we can now build another industry, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna upgrade my patrol HQ, and we're gonna make it into a proper military base. And besides, I'm gonna build another patrol HQ on Inner Statia, because the more ships we have in the system, the less I'm gonna need to be the one to defend this place. And speaking of defending this place, our new battle cruiser is now done and created. I think this ship could perform quite well in action, which means that my old Lapsus Lazuli is for now gonna go in the store. And with my big new ship, I think we are now ready for the Tritech. Since the Tritech Mercenary Tech is preparing over here in Nortia, I went to check on this and holy shit, these guys are strong. That is 5 very strong fleets. If I could fight them one-on-one, that would kind of be doable. But with all of them bunched up together like this is tough. Oh, but I managed to catch just a couple. These guys just have cruisers. I'm gonna try this one. Unfortunately, since my Neo Lapsus Lazuli is 50 DP and I'm also deploying our Legio, we can only deploy 5 ships at the start. And the first ships have arrived. We have a little bitty overload, but the real problem is gonna come from these Yaris. If we can destroy one of these Yaris, that would be actually pretty big for us. We're zapping it, and the Yari's down. Let's go. We got some deployment points, so I can send in a couple more ships. Now, I'm being annoyed by a lot of little bitty ships. If we can fight them off, we should be able to survive. As long as I do not get myself out of position, we should be fine, and we should be able to kill more stuff. They do have numerical superiority for sure. And my Legio is having some problems there. I will try and help fix problems for it. Unfortunately, I am in such a position right now that it's kind of hard for me to focus on just one ship, but if we can at least take this one down, you know, that's one less that's gonna annoy us, and this one is gonna be another one less. Oh, that's not a good vent. We're gonna hurt from that. It's impossible to vent when you have so many little bitty ships on your back. At the same time, I should be up here at the front. If we could take down another Yari of theirs, that would be pretty huge, because that's probably one of their most dangerous ships. If only I can push it a bit further, but I can't, because then I will overextend too much. And just like that, I did overextend too much. And we have enemy ships in our back line as well. Oh my god, I overloaded myself with my ship system. Well, now we can at least get reinforcements in, and I took control of our Legio, which is kinda turned backwards right now. It's getting hit by every single fighter. This fight looked the most manageable out of all the fights, and yet it is a fight we are, as of right now, losing. Although I do see that a bunch of their ships started retreating, which means they are so afraid of us. To be honest, I'm kinda afraid of them as well, because when they pressure me, they can do a lot of damage. But I got reinforced just in time, and that Sunder is so close to going down. I just need a couple more shots. Also, we lost some more ships, which means we can deploy plenty of stuff now. Finally, this brick wrecker of theirs is also ready to go down. That thing has tanked so much. Just a couple more shots. Just a couple more shots. Let's go. I cannot believe we actually won this fight, even though we lost a lot to win it. I see my Starlight Tempest is gonna kill itself as well. Still, every ship that we destroy is one less ship that's gonna come to invade our homeland. And this ranch is ready to be the next one to fall. We lost 4 ships, and pursuing them, they lost even more. Let's go. I can retrieve without any demods all 4 of my ships. Let's go. That's 1 fleet destroyed. And these guys are now splitting up. Now, while my fleet slowly repairs, I'm going to be waiting for these forces to show up. There's the first one, the most dangerous one. And I managed to catch one of their fleets. They've got a battleship here, and they have this carrier, a cruiser. Yeah, I think we can defeat them, and we can deploy more ships this time around. I see their Kronos is instantly coming front and center. Now, if I can also take down some of its support ships early on, that would be dope. As long as I do not overload myself, I'll be fine. I do have to be careful because, once again, they do have big fighter support. I think we're hurting over here. I do have my fighters supporting me, though. And that was almost a couple of Reapers in their face. The Kronos is going after one of my Eoses though. And if I could hunt this thing down, I think I could do great. Unfortunately, it is too fast for me to just catch. I think I need to go help my Legio. My Legio, which is doing a very good job at tanking. And if I could overload this ship, oh, that would be a huge win for us. And I think there's another one ready to go down right about now. That Kronos is still plaguing us in the back. It would be very hard for us to deal with, but maybe I can deal with their fighter support. I think now we have to focus on the Kronos. Is their only major ship left. Unfortunately, it's really hard for us to catch, but if we can catch it right about now, then we can definitely win this. Oh, yes, that Kronos is ready to go. And this Virtue is also gonna die now. That is a big victory for us, which means there should only be 2 large fleets left. And this one, oh, this one's gonna be tough. This one, on the other hand, just got a couple of Gambits and a Barbarian. Falcon is the first thing that we're gonna face, apparently. Or maybe it's this Gambit that has gambled for one last time. Now we're back to the Falcon, and Falcon is gonna get EMP'd. They do have the ability to pull back all of them. So while we can hurt them some, we still have to be careful how to do it. In this case, slow and steady wins the race. Just one more Alpha Strike and that Barbarian is dead. The good thing is, we don't even need to kill them all. Once they retreat, they won't bother us anymore. That's another task force destroyed. Oh, and it says that the Tritech mercenary attack has been defeated? There's still at least one more fleet out here. I know there is. Oh, but they are returning to Nortia. That is a huge victory for us. And since there's a Cabal wolf pack trying to raid around my place for a victory lap, I'm gonna go after them. Let's see if that victory lap is gonna be successful, or am I gonna lose my ships to a bunch of wolves. You never know when it comes to wolves, right? Especially not the Cabal ones. But these ones are gone. That then leaves their Tempests, which are also very dangerous. And to be honest, I wouldn't mind recovering some more of them. They did make a mistake of forgetting that this here is my homeland, not theirs. And just like that, they're all gone. The colony crisis went down back to 259, but getting back up to 600 points, yeah, I feel like that's gonna happen pretty fast as well. It seems like everybody's got an issue with what we're doing over here, but that is not my problem. My empire survives for another day. Every major faction wanted a piece of the empire Captain Carrico carved out in Penelope Star. It didn't matter if they were friendly. It didn't matter if they were allied. For in the eyes of the sector, Steve was an upstart, and that meant his system was free game. But he showed everyone that he was ready to fight back and defend his fledgling empire. And he knew that the more planets he settled, the harder it will be for his enemies to destroy him.